Hey guys, my name is Tanya Connor Green and I own Wholehearted Business Coaching. So what I do is I help women who, like me, want to leave their full-time job and start their own business, grow their business so that they can replace their income and live a much more free, balanced, and spiritual life. So how I came to coaching was I went through a really bad breakup and I was really looking for a way to make my life feel more meaningful. I was working in a corporate job, climbing the corporate ladder. I had everything that you could possibly want in life, and my life just still felt meaningless. And so I was trying to look for a way where I could give back, where I could use the things that I am passionate about and the things that I'm really good at in order to help other people. So I started my coaching business, and at the beginning I would work with anybody. I was like, I love working with anybody, whoever. I can help anyone, I can coach anyone. What I realized is that there are certain people that I enjoyed working with more than others, and you can choose who you work with. There are 7 billion people on this planet, and you can't work with all of them. So if you get to choose, who are the people that you want to work with? So when I started to choose who I wanted to work with, it turns out that the people I wanted to work with were in similar positions as I was. They were working in a full-time job, they were climbing the corporate ladder, and they just didn't feel like that was all they were meant to do with their life. They're like, is this it? Is this what my life's gonna be like from now on? Is this how I'm gonna live forever? Is this enough for me? And so I now help women start their own businesses so that they can replace their income in their full-time job, and so that they can live a much more balanced, free, and spiritual life. Something that feels good on the inside as it looks on the outside. Whereas before, my job was very much about, it looked great on the outside, but it didn't feel so good on the inside. So I guess my turning point in my business was because I was, trying to do it all by myself. I was working a full-time job, managing my social life, golfing all the time, trying to do it all. And on top of that, I was trying to learn how to run a business, promote a business, put structures in place to help me automate parts of my business so that I could juggle my full-time job and growing my business. So when you're trying to build a business in a lot less time, it's really tough when you're also trying to learn how to do everything. So as much as I was trying to do it all on my own, I realized that, I don't have to do it all on my own. There are people that can tell me and help me, and there are people that have done it in the past and can give me information and tips to see where I'm missing some steps, or I could get structures in place to do it. So hiring a coach was certainly the turning point for me in my business. I finally came to realize that I couldn't do it all on my own, and that I shouldn't do it all on my own, because doing it all on my own was wasting time. Doing it all on my own was wasting my potential to make money, to grow my business quicker, to connect with more people, to get visible. So I hired a coach, and everything in my business shifted. Suddenly, I knew exactly what I needed to do. I had the steps that I needed to accomplish. I had somebody to help me with my copy. I had somebody to help me with Facebook ads. I had somebody who could see my limits and could help me move beyond them, because there are things that my fears were holding me back from doing. So that was my turning point, and now I have my own podcast, and it's called How We Hustle Podcast. It's in iTunes, and that's wonderful, where we're helping other entrepreneurs who are hearing what the day-to-day struggles of being an entrepreneur are and what to do about them. because sometimes it can be a very lonely road when you're an entrepreneur. So I started a podcast, and I have a group program where I help ladies, what I call leap into ladypreneurship. So start and grow their businesses while also working in their 9-to-5 job. And I also work with people one-on-one. So if I were to give 3 tips on how to grow your business, or what I know now, it would be 1, leap before you're ready. Because if you wait until you're fully ready, if you wait until you're financially solid, if you wait until you're not afraid anymore, you could be waiting the rest of your life. I don't really think that our dreams or our goals are ever comfortable. For us to reach them, we have to get a little bit uncomfortable. We have to do things before we're ready, because we will figure them out as we go. Usually if you wait until you're ready, the time has already passed. So that idea that you have, or that business, like, it's probably past the time to start. And you could have been doing it a lot quicker, and a lot quicker if you had started earlier. You know, you would have learned a lot more. So that's number 1. Number 2, I would say invest in a coach. Don't try and do it all on your own, because you're wasting time and you are wasting your potential. People are looking for you. You know, you don't have to do it all on your own. There are structures and systems and steps that can help. And there are people that are there to help you. And wouldn't you rather do it in less time? Also, like, if you're afraid of the investment with coaching, if you think about it in terms of your business is going to make that money back probably within 1 client, maybe 2 clients. That's all it would take if you're a coach. The investment is something you'll make back quickly, and you'll make back in multiples. So when you think about it, it's really just a drop in the bucket in terms of building a successful business. And every single successful business owner had somebody that helped them. Every successful business owner, even every athlete, like everybody who was successful at something had help. And then my third point that was key in my success was learning that selling is serving. When you are selling your services, you are helping people. You have to help people purchase your product to help themselves. If you cannot convince them to get the help that they need, they're only gonna suffer. So it's not really that selling is icky, or like it feels weird to ask somebody for money, which is a story that I used to have, but it's more so that you are helping them get the thing that they need. And if you don't help them, they're just going to be stuck in that situation for longer. So consider the fact that selling is serving. You are helping people by helping them purchase your product. That was imperative with me. And showing up for your business. You have to show up powerfully. You have to show up for your business as if you're going to a 9-to-5 job. So if you're thinking about your business like it's negotiable, then it's not going to grow. If you're not consistent, it's not going to grow, because it's the consistency where people consider it to be a real business. Like McDonald's doesn't open up when they feel like it, when they feel like showing up that day. They're open all the time. People depend on them. Your business is no different. You can't go to a job and say, well, I didn't feel like coming in today. I didn't feel like doing any work today. That's not really how it works. You would get fired. So your business is just the same as any of those businesses. You have to show up for it consistently, like you show up for your full-time job. So what has changed since I invested in myself? Everything. Everything has changed for me since I made the investment. Firstly, I thought of my business differently. Other people saw my business differently. I got the help that I needed. I moved beyond the limits that I had created for myself. I got over the fears that were holding me back. I had somebody that kept me accountable. I stayed accountable to that. I grew and created what I wanted by putting money where my mouth was. So if I'm not willing to invest in my business, that's saying that I don't believe it will be a success, or I'm not ready to do it right now. Well, investing in your business is saying, I know this is going to be a success. I'm going to ensure that it's a success, and I believe that I will make this successful. It's a commitment, basically. So how did I overcome these fears of getting started? So I had help. I think it's very difficult, at least for me, to push myself off the ledge. I'm not very good at jumping off the diving board. I need a little nudge. I need a little pressure in order to move beyond my fears. And if I hadn't made the commitments that I had made to people, if I hadn't had somebody help me, show me the way, break it down with me, help me move beyond my limiting beliefs, change the story in my mind, change the way I spoke about myself, helped me build my confidence, I wouldn't have been able to grow my business. So moving beyond my fears and having the help was really what pushed me forward. So what would I tell my past self if I could go back in time? Get help earlier. Absolutely. Stop trying to do it all by yourself. Stop trying to be a superwoman. You want to grow your business as quickly as possible, and the quickest way to do that is to get help from somebody who's done it before you. Somebody who's already done the research, somebody who's already tried a bunch of different things, and somebody who can see the things that you can't see the limitations that you can't see. So get help earlier. That would be my biggest advice to myself earlier. Stop trying to do everything by yourself. And so now what I'm doing is I am working with women in a group setting, as well as one-on-one, but in a group setting in my Leap into Ladypreneurship group program. It starts in January, and it is all about building your business from the ground up so that you can replace your income, and doing it efficiently because you're working. In a 9-to-5 job, you also have a social life, you also have a family. I don't want anybody to give any of that up. I want you to be creating a balanced, free, and spiritual life. And the only way to do that is to create systems and structures that allow you to have the freedom and flexibility, as well as juggle your full-time job, your social life, your relationships, and your family. And also to ensure that you're still having fun and that you're still taking care of yourself. That's a lot of things to juggle, and we have limited time. So that's the basis of the program. And it also, something I have found really powerful about my experience is having a mastermind partner. Somebody who's not my coach, but who I can talk about my struggles with, who I can talk about my my goals for the week, and who will hold me accountable to those things. Somebody who can give me a bit of insight into what they've learned or what they're dealing with, or what's helped them. So having that person, to me it's all about who's your person. You know, you have that one person that you can always go to. So that's also a big staple of my group program. And there will be calls twice a month. They will have access to me by email. I will do office hours once a week where you can ask questions on Facebook Live. And you get a 90-minute session that you start off with, so that you're starting off on the right foot, so that we're creating a plan that will get you from where you are to where you want to be in the 4 months. So it's a 4-month program, and it's also $1,497. And I have payment plans available to break it up, which is really helpful. And right now I have a December promotion going on where if you put in the promo December, you also get $250 off of the price. So hopefully you'll join us, and be a part of this intimate group of ladies who are growing their businesses so that they can leave their 9-to-5 jobs and finally live a balanced, free, and spiritual life. So thanks. Hope to see you guys soon.